Hello, this is Dr. J, back with some more Let's Play Sonic Adventure. We have crash landed on the egg carrier and now we need to find Amy. Man, say what you will about Robotnik and his flagrant, egregious evil, but he makes really awesome inventions. I want this egg carrier. It's so cool. Boat landing, you say? Oh, this just takes me back where I was. So, where does Robotnik get the money for this stuff? This thing must cost $1 trillion. Serious question.
Don't get too many ideas, you fools! You haven't seen the power this vessel really has! Get a load of this!
Oh, wow! It's changed shape. Did you see that?
Dog, this makes it harder for us to get to the bridge.
I hate it when he doesn't listen.
I bet you weren't expecting this. The only way you can get to me is through the sky deck. Find out if you can figure this one out.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll show you. Bring it on.
Alright, is it time for the obligatory Flying Fortress Zone?
This must be the way to the sky deck.
Now, this is actually my second take recording this stage, so the reason that my lives are suddenly 4 instead of like 20 is because I selected this stage off of the title menu after clearing it in adventure mode so I could redo it. The reason is, this stage seems the most rough around the edges of all the stages I've done so far. And in my first recording, I had a lot of deaths. I died probably like 10 times, but a lot of those deaths were due to things like awkward camera angle issues or clipping through geometry. And I felt like of all the stages I've done so far, this one often does the poorest job of communicating where you need to go next. And so I spent a fair amount of time kind of wandering around not knowing exactly where to go. Basically, what I'm getting at is it was just a pretty bad take, so I've decided to re-record it. And I'm hoping, now that I've gone through the stage once and I understand what it's about better, that I'm going to be able to do a better take this time. So that's the goal. Oops, I let off on the stick. There we go. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I was supposed to hit a, Alright, I was hoping the iframes would get me through that. They didn't. I think I was supposed to hit a conveyor belt, and I didn't. I'm also doing this recording quite a bit after the very brief foray in adventure mode on the egg carrier. I went for a hike in the mountains that are a fairly short drive from where I live. And as a result, I'm now feeling a little sore and a little tired after a hike in the mountains. So if I sound a little tired all of a sudden, that's probably why. Also, it is now currently raining quite heavily outside. Thankfully, it didn't rain out my hike. I actually, as long as I'm not... Oh, I'm dead. Okay, that felt a little unfair. Right there, not gonna lie. It's like the cannon just shot me and I didn't really have an opportunity to do anything about it. That actually never even happened that way in my first awful take, so... second take is finding different ways to not go particularly well, it seems. But as long as I'm not trying to do something outside, rain actually doesn't bother me at all. In fact, if, like right now, I'm planning on playing video games or whatever, I actually really like it when it's raining outside. It feels very cozy. Like, staying inside playing video games while it's raining outdoors. At least to me it does. Okay, so for this part, we basically just need to go around from tower to tower until we get to the last tower, and then we're going to want to climb to the top and find a rocket that we should be able to fire into that giant cannon that's shooting at us. And that will allow us to proceed to the next part of this action stage. I missed it, but the fairy pretty much tells you, find tower number 4, here it is, and then, like, find a rocket near the ladder to fire into the cannon. And it kind of makes it sound like it's more complicated than it really is, like, as though tracking down Tower 4 is this complicated or difficult thing. But in reality, you just need to proceed to the end of this part of the stage just like every other part of every action stage, so that kind of threw me off a bit. The fairy's tip actually confused me and made it seem more complicated. But here we go! Alright. Cannon destroyed, and we move on to the next part of the stage. Ah, yes. She's not kidding about the wind. That blew me off a couple times on my first fairly awful recording of this level. It might very well happen again here, because the wind is no joke. Uh-oh, full speed ahead. I think I just heard Dr. Robotnik say, oh god. No! Okay, we didn't get blown off. I don't know where we are, though. Okay, the camera's not helping here. I can't grab onto the cannons. I can only destroy them. More cannons. Uh-oh, I think the wind is blowing again. Don't get blown off, Sonic. Okay, I think we're alright. This is a very, very ambitious action stage, and it's full of cool ideas. But I wonder if maybe the implementation is a little rough around the edges. Well, I don't just wonder that. I'm just going to straight up say the implementation is a little rough around the edges. But there's lots of cool ideas in this action stage, that's for sure. I love the design on these fighters that are taking off, by the way. They look really cool. Robotnik has such a sense of style. The 80 bazillion technological marvels he makes. Okay, we're dead. The different weapons he makes are actually all really cool looking. Also, I noticed that because I chose this out of the main menu, it gave me an objective. Not just get to the capsule, but get to the capsule with 50 rings. I'm not really going to worry about that. If I fail at that, I'm just going to, you know, load my save and go back to adventure mode. Okay, I died again. This part is giving me an awful lot of trouble for some reason. What am I doing wrong here is the question. I'm clearly doing something wrong. Is there a way that I can get through this faster? Okay, that was better. I guess maybe I should do the spin attack. But yeah, I'm just going to get to the capsule and then move on. I'm not going to care about whether I have 50 rings or not, because that's how it works in the basic adventure mode.
To destroy a cannon, aim a rocket into its center.
Okay.
The cannon is horizontal.
Now, when the cannon is horizontal, that's just straight up wrong. The cannon is always horizontal. So that is not a helpful tip. What you actually need to do is find a rocket that the cannon is currently pointing directly at,
To destroy a cannon,
and
aim a rocket into
fire the
its
rocket
center.
into
The
its
cannon is
barrel.
horizontal.
Okay, maybe I can time this. Okay, nope, I failed because I didn't get onto the platform. I just failed at jumping onto the platform. Okay, I'm gonna hope it turns this way and that I can fire the rocket. Do it now! Nope, too late. Dang. This is kinda not easy. Because it seems to just turn in random directions. I don't know whether it's going to turn left or right at any given time. So being at the correct... Alright, that I'm going to blame that on the camera just doing weird stuff and sending me off in a direction I didn't want to go. Oh good! I think we've got it. Okay, we did it. We lost all our rings, but we did it. This is, despite the fact that this is kind of a lot of failure, it's still actually going way, way better than my first recording did. I spent almost half an hour on this level in the first recording. That's how bad it was. Ugh. Why is Sonic struggling so much here? Like, he was just not moving. Okay, try not to fall there. Then we go on a bunch of crazy conveyor belts that shoot us all over the place. No. Oh man, it's like those enemies in Zelda that I hate so much, the Baris or whatever. That periodically electrocute themselves. Where do I go from here? Oh, I guess I grab onto one of these hooks. There we go. Alright, another checkpoint. This is a long stage, too. Okay. Oh, camera, that is not helpful. What's going on? I can't see anything, camera. Wow, alright. So I think the gimmick on this last part of the stage is that it changes orientation a lot, and therefore it changes the gravity. And the engine doesn't handle it perfectly. Like I said, this is a very, very ambitious stage, and the engine wasn't entirely up to handling it. So the controls often feel awkward. Like, here, what is happening here? This is bizarre. What the heck? And I can't jump, by the way. So it feels very buggy as well. Looks like we made it work, though. Yeah, I think their reach exceeded their grasp a little bit with the design on this particular stage. It's an awesome concept, obviously, and I always at least really like the feel and the idea of these classic Sonic stages where you're on Robotnik's flying carrier. They're always really cool. But yeah, maybe a little overambitious with some of the ideas in this stage. Alright, but we got through it in about a third of the time as my first recording took, so this went way, way better this time. I'm gonna call that a win.
Yes.
Pretty funny how Sonic gets distracted by the parrots flying around his head.
Hey, pump it up.
Level B. Okay, that's like the best grade I've ever gotten.
Let's get him.
Okay, so this is what the screen looks like if you reload a save from the title screen. So I just wanted to show that off. It's neat, you get a little text blurb summarizing what's happened so far.
Is that it?
It might be, but let's check out the bridge.
Alright, we are now on the bridge of the egg carrier. Entry restricted, you say. Sonic does not respect your restrictions. What is this, a cleaning bot? Gotta keep the bridge spick and span, after all. Look at all these Robotnik faces on everything. Hot shelter entrance. Do not enter. Very friendly. We are granted access to nothing. This is a very fancy bridge. Some kind of turbine underneath the bridge. Is this really the proper place for that? Monorail is out of service. Everything looks like a face. It's hilarious. Whee! Okay, well, whatever that is, it's not out of service. What? Okay, okay, this is what I wanted to do.
Sonic!
Ha! You're too late.
Not the birdie! A Chaos Emerald! No way!
The bird had a Chaos Emerald?
Be gone, all of you! This is all I've been needing. Gamma!
What is your wish, Master Robotnik?
Get rid of these pests! Show them what you've got!
Aye, aye, sir.
And don't disappoint me, or else...
Is it time for another pathetically easy mini-boss fight? I think it is.
Resistance is futile.
I agree, your resistance is futile. Okay, that was even more pathetic than Knuckles. Gamma, be embarrassed. Shameful display.
Stop it, Sonic!
Step aside, Amy! Out of my way!
No! This robot is my friend! He helped me!
Women,
Don't hurt him!
they make no sense.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Sonic, your facial contortions. They're so out of control.
Hey, the ship is losing altitude!
Hurry, Tails! Take Amy and get out of here!
Well, what about you?
I'll find that Eggman and put him out of commission.
The sound balance on this game is so terrible. The music is totally overpowering the voice lines.
Are you okay?
I'm doing pretty okay. Had a fun hike in the mountains and all that.
The egg carrier is losing altitude.
So, I guess we're cool now?
Auto recovery system activated.
You're not trying to capture Amy anymore? You're friends?
If I'm to continue, I need to change this ship back to its original shape.
Oh, okay.
There must be a switch somewhere on the bridge. I've got to find it now.
Okay, thanks for letting me know, Sonic. With that monologue, soliloquy, I'm tired, words are not coming to me. Robotnik really does put his face on absolutely everything. It's hilarious. Okay, back onto the bridge. To be fair, that silhouette of his face is actually kind of a cool logo. I would buy merchandise with that logo on it, not gonna lie. Wow, this is fancy, man! It's his face in the middle of a sun, with like a luxury swimming pool. Man, Robotnik spared no expense with this ship. Also, that swimming pool's clearly meant to have a lot of people. Robotnik has guests? I find this very suspect. Okay, so back onto the bridge. Which is this? I'm totally turned around.
If you turn this switch on, rings will appear on the floor.
Okay. Oh, and I follow these. Maybe I have to do it from this side. Okay, the rings looked vertical because of the camera angle, but they're not. They're on an arc. Okay, I understand. Oh, is that the firing mechanism for the main cannon? Well, this is quite the fancy captain's chair.
The switch to transform the egg carrier is somewhere in this room.
Should we just destroy stuff? Interesting. Okay, so I guess we move this forward. Robotnik, this is a really inconvenient bridge design.
Emergency alert has been cancelled. Resuming monorail operation.
Huzzah.
Robotnik ran away toward the front of the ship.
Okay, the front. Is that this way? That looks like the stern. Actually, I have no idea. I have no clue. Okay, this looks promising. Ah! Chaos, you've gotten bigger again.
Oh no! Not again! Chaos! Could this be the same beast?
Oh yes! Attack Sonic now!
Froggy? I must say Froggy!
Froggy got stuck in chaos.
I'll help you. Just leave it to me.
Now I have 6 of the Chaos Emeralds. There's only one more left to find. I even found Chaos's missing tail.
You won't get away with this, you madman!
Chaos was missing his tail.
You're no match for Chaos, even though he's not perfected yet. Okay, Chaos. Destroy them all immediately.
That's an awful lot of confidence, considering you and your creations have never beaten me before, Robotnik. Alright, Chaos now has 6 Chaos Emeralds in him. Oh, he's sucking me in. Okay.
No!
Okay, I lost. I was trying to collect my rings, but he was kind of standing in the middle of them.
If only you could freeze Chaos. Try and think of a way.
Freeze him. Let's see. Do I need to hit Robotnik? Ah, I see. Okay, I don't see.
No way.
Oh.
I can't believe this.
Oh, it worked. Okay. Oh, it did freeze him. It just didn't really look like he was frozen. Okay. Oh, go ahead and hit. Alright, well that was quite the shockwave. Okay, there's an invisible barrier preventing me from getting that ring. That kind of sucked. Either I've suddenly become 10 times derpier, or the game has just gotten rougher around the edges since I reached the sky deck.
I can't believe this.
Or a combination of both. Okay, I'm gonna assume... Yeah, that's doing damage. I can see his health in the upper right. Okay, so Chaos will just freeze himself by sucking in the robots with the freezing ray, I think. Chaos doesn't really seem to attack much in this form. Oh, is he about to do something? Yeah, okay, never mind. He's doing stuff. Okay, alright. He started attacking. Is he frozen?
No way.
Yes.
I can't believe this.
Alright, one more hit to go.
No way. I can't believe
Okay, we did it.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
You're looking awfully shattered there, Chaos. Victory.
No way! I can't believe this!
Believe it.
Sonic!
Hey, Dunderhead.
Hey there, Knuckles. Glad you finally made it. I thought you got lost or something.
Until we meet again, Sonic!
Stop!
Sonic's derision of Knuckles is honestly well earned. Oh, well, that was bold of you, Sonic. Okay, back to the Mystic Ruins. Abruptly. Whee! Good thing he's made of rubber.
I hate Eggman. Where's this?
Why did you just jump off the ship after him? Just after you made fun of Knuckles for being dumb. Who's the stupid one now, Sonic? Well, it's a pretty cool ancient ruin, but it seems to be having a bad day.
That light. I think it's trying to show me something.
Is this where we finally get to learn about the identity of what I've been calling the fairy? Alright, well, we completed the sky deck, and by substituting in a better recording, we did it without too terribly much derpage. Then we derped around on the egg carrier, defeated Gamma, and then we defeated Chaos 6. I think that's a good place to call the episode. We have now ended up in a deeper part of the Mystic Ruins. Next episode, we're going to investigate that by following the fairy. Hopefully, you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.